In the staff training and supervision section, you're shown how to keep a staff training record. This will help provide a consistent experience to customers even when you're not there, and will encourage customers to return. Remember, contaminated food can make your customers sick, which is definitely not good for business. Also, training your staff will give them more confidence and reduce the chance of their leaving, in which case you'd then have to train someone else.
Some of the staff have been a little bit hesitant putting their name on the dotted line, as it does mean they have a responsibility. But at the end of the day, it's increasing their training and their skill level and everyone's safety.
Do it as a team effort. Like, involve the staff, get together, have a look, and that's what we virtually did. And everybody had their wee say. Like, because all your staff will have a different input in that book.
It's a good training manual.
It is.
We do definitely use it for a training manual, yeah.
And that's the rules, like it's there in the book, so everybody, and if they disagree with you, well, sorry, but it's written there.
The food control plan gives you all the reference information you're likely to need, along with clear instructions on how to record that information in the diary. So let's look now at using some of the more important sections of the FCP and diary and how they can enhance your business. Good hygiene reduces the risk of contaminating the food served to your customers. Clean staff give your customers a more professional impression of your business, so make staff aware of your uniform policy and check they're following it. Also make sure your staff wear appropriate clean clothing when handling unpackaged food, so it's protected from contamination. Remember though that gloves are not a substitute for hand washing. However, they can be useful at times for handling high-risk foods. It's also important that staff remove outer protective clothing, such as aprons and uniforms, when they leave a preparation area. Health and sickness are issues you should be very concerned about. Spitting, sneezing, coughing or blowing your nose over food spreads germs and can make your customers sick. You and your staff should use disposable tissues and remember hand hygiene. Any cuts and sores should be covered with waterproof sticking plasters with a glove to cover the plaster. If a wound can't be covered, you or your staff shouldn't be handling food. The same applies if anyone in your business is suffering symptoms of vomiting or diarrhea. They also shouldn't be handling food. The FCP provides you with a sickness record which can help you keep track of information for payroll purposes. How food is stored and controlled also impacts on the success of your business. Check your fridge temperature when doing your opening and closing checks. Chilled food needs to be kept at 4 degrees Celsius or below to prevent bacteria from growing in your fridge. Good stock control will mean your fridge operates more efficiently and you reduce your wastage. Storing food in your fridge correctly will help prevent cross-contamination, a common cause of problems with food. Cross-contamination can occur when food touches other food or when food touches dirty surfaces such as used chopping boards, utensils or hands. So keep raw meats and their juices away from cooked or ready-to-eat foods such as salads and deli meats. Place raw meat, including meat that's defrosting, in containers to prevent their juices from dripping onto other foods. And take extra care when handling poultry meat. It contains more liquid than other meats.
Poultry is always a concern as far as a restaurant. You've got to make sure that the food handling is correct right from the word go. As far as poultry is concerned to our business, it's a matter of making sure it is the right temperature, etc. when it first arrives, and that the poultry is handled correctly by all staff members all the way through, whether it's raw poultry or cooked poultry. As far as its relevance, poultry is one area where always gloves are used when handling poultry, and obviously it's just that poultry is stored in the chiller separately from uncooked to overcooked meat.
And you really have to go around and you have to make sure you stick the thermometer everywhere and you have to keep writing everything. And those guys comes around and check on you, you know. Before they used to let us know, say, look, we're coming around to see you, and we used to make sure we clean everything up, you know, and we used to get away with it. But now it's very hard to get away with it. No, I think you have to make time. I think it's very, very important, especially when you're playing with the poultry and things like that. And there is so many dodgy people out there, you know, bringing dodgy stuff inside and doing things like that. And if you have any slight problem in the restaurants, you probably lose your job, you know, so we can't afford to do that. So I think people should just stick with that books and read about it and practice. I think that's a very important part. Yes, we have to change a lot of things, yeah, because when we used to cook something, we never used to worry about cooling it down, and we used to leave it out there for, you know, whole day kind of things. Never worry us, anything like that. But now we have to make sure we got certain time to cool things down in the right temperature and then store in the right temperature and things like that. So we are learning a lot.
Here's how the food control plan suggests preventing cross-contamination in the kitchen. Use different chopping boards and knives for raw meat, poultry, fresh produce and cooked or ready-to-eat food. Cook raw meat thoroughly until the juices run clear. Cook poultry meat so that the centre of the thickest part reaches 75 degrees Celsius. And never put cooked food back on the same plate or chopping board that previously held raw meat. The FCP provides all the information you need about poultry handling and cooking, as well as a record sheet so you and your staff can keep track of what's being done. The consequences of cross-contamination can be harsh. It might lead to the closure of your business due to significant food poisoning outbreak.
For the food operator, if something does go wrong, they'll soon be able to see if any mistakes have occurred in the kitchen, if people haven't taken temperatures that they should have, if food may have been stored in an incorrect manner. So from that point of view, the plan is a very good tool, because when we come to carry out our investigation, we now have something to look at. We've got the plan, the diary, where temperatures and other information is recorded that we didn't actually have before.
A great way of ensuring that regular customers get the same quality every time they dine with you is to write down what you do. This also means your staff have clear guidelines on how to achieve the same product regardless what shift they're on or whether you're there. As a manager, you have better control of your business when you write things down. This can help reduce wastage and helps keep track of product ordering. And if staff know what's in the food they're serving, they'll be better equipped to deal with customer queries and will be more comfortable if confronted by a customer who suffers from allergies. A clean kitchen is a healthy kitchen, but how do you know it's clean? The FCP recommends developing a cleaning schedule. This isn't difficult because you clean regularly anyway. All you have to do is establish your cleaning regime, and once that's done, it's as simple as ticking off the actions regularly as they're done. This also helps staff know what to do and when, even if you're absent. And what's so important about cleaning? Cleaning removes dirt and grease. Sanitizing kills harmful microbes on surfaces. To remove excess dirt, wash equipment and surfaces with hot water and detergent. Air dry and sanitize with a food-safe sanitizer. Check with your supplier on what products would be appropriate to use in your business. Now let's talk rubbish for a moment. A build-up of rubbish in your business can attract pests, such as birds, rats, mice, cockroaches and flies. Not a good look for the customers, but worse, it can also cause foodborne illnesses. Clear rubbish from the preparation area regularly during operating hours and from the premises on at least a weekly basis. Check your business regularly to eliminate conditions that would attract pests. It's important to check your equipment periodically to make sure it's working properly. If the fan on your fridge is clogged with dust, it can cost more to run and may cause greater damage. You rely on your equipment to operate your business, so if it breaks down, this could affect your profit. From time to time, things do break down, so documenting what to do means anyone in your business can deal with the situation if it arises.